o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my... I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. And Cook has it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw is Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And Gresham has it left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Matthew Stafford scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jermaine Gresham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second down, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Room past the 20. And some room to maneuver. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 78 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This is Juszczyk, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now Prescott. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A first down carry for Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A second down throw for Prescott. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Gun. 46.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
There we go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Go, get out there, get out there. Here we go, 46, 46. Right there. 46.
Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Stafford on 1st down. This one complete to Gresham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Big 20, big 20. Hey, tag 50 left. Double, 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 set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey, go here. Set, waiting.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
21.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Double, double. Hey, go here. White. Hey, go here.
Here's Stafford. And he finds a man on a crossing route. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Set, 180.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Switch and eight. Good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run with Cook, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Prescott. And Brown's got it for an Oakland touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken in at the 1. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On first down, it's Stafford. The Conley's got it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Murray. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
on second down. Here's Stafford. And the Raiders have got him. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Boys, here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Set. 260. 0. Give me radar.
Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The safety, T.J. Ward, in on the stop.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Gresham has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right, tag 50 left. Set. 280.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Set. 260.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And able to find Conley. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, tag 50 left. Set. Right 80.
Throwing again is Stafford. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Matthew Stafford scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Gun. 47. Gun.
Prescott off play action. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Miller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Levante David in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
46. 58. Gun. 26.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw on second down is Stafford. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Set! 180! 13, 11!
To throw is Stafford. Oh, he stays up. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
46. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Move. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go, get out, get out. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Runs through the contact, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Prescott on 3rd and 2, and this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Zach Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Stafford now to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And Anderson's got it. Anderson loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
46.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
46. Switch is 8. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
46. Here you go. Mike 54. 46. Gun. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to go deep for Conley. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Stafford. That'll be taken in by Anderson. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Stafford gonna throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's picked off by Bryce McCain. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Saquon Barkley, and no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing here, Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Broncos on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Set, 260.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set, yellow 20. Let go here.
To throw again, Stafford. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Set, 280.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he's going to